Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Ina Reyes. I'm the Publishing and Communications Director for OMF Literature, and I will be your host this afternoon. On behalf of OMF Literature and Hiyas, welcome to our webinar today. Before we begin, let me introduce to you the publishing company that made all this possible. OMF Literature is the leading evangelical publisher and distributor of Christian literature in the Philippines, specializing in books of inspiration, biblical instruction, and practical living. Hiyas is the children's imprint of OMF Literature. It offers illustrated children's storybooks on Christian values, health, and Bible stories, among others. This year, Hiyas launched Usapang Pamilya, a series of learning sessions for families. The series featured 5 Hiyas books created in partnership with Room to Read. Last month, we featured Tinola ni Nanay, written by Maloy Salumbides and illustrated by Felix Mago Miguel. The webinar was about discussing difficult issues with our children. Ngayong araw naman po, we will talk about how families can make ends meet. It's more about budgeting for our family and including our children in some decisions. Sakto Lang, our featured story, is another title by Room to Read and Hiyas. It is a picture book that shows how children are capable of being generous and making choices for themselves. As part of this webinar, we are giving out a special discount of 30% on the featured title. So from $149, you can get Sakto Lang at a discounted price of just $105. And this special discount runs from July 15 to July 31 only. So avail of this discount at all OMF Lit bookshops, at shop.omflit.com, and at our Shopee and Lazada flagship stores. What makes this offer extra special is that the books are personally signed by the author and the illustrator. The signed copies are available only at OMF Lit Bookshop Bonnie and at shop.omflit.com and Shopee and Lazada flagship stores. So grab your copies, your signed copies now. A few more announcements before we start. Don't forget to tag your friends and family members in the comment section so they can also watch this free webinar. And you can rewatch or share OMF Lit and Hiyas webinars. Just visit www.omflit.com/webinars and you'll find all the webinars that we've done through our Facebook Live. All of these can be accessed for free. Now, if you've been blessed by the content that we provide and you'd like to help us provide more free webinars, you can donate to OMF Literature through the channels in our website. Please indicate donation for webinars so we can properly attribute the donation. This July, join Hiyas in celebrating the National Children's Book Day with our reading campaign, Hiyas, Your Trusted Reading Buddy. Score big discounts on our children's books and buddy bundles. True to the goal of Hiyas to be your kids' trusted learning buddy, all of the Hiyas children's books may be used as supplementary blended learning materials. And don't miss the book launch of our 2 new titles, Lumpia Lane and I Am Scared, on July 23 at 3 p.m. for Lumpia Lane and 4 p.m. for I Am Scared. Also, watch out for the launch of the interactive ebook editions of Roar and May Guerra sa Katawan ni Mar. Happening later is the online launch of one of our newest books, This Season of Grief, Stories, Poetry, Prayers, and Practical Help. This will be at 5 p.m. today on our Facebook page, OMF Lit, and YouTube channel, OMF Lit. Meet our contributors as they share excerpts, practical help, insights, and their own experiences in navigating their own grief experiences. So this book is available at OMF Lit bookshops in Luzon, at shop.omflit.com, Shopee, and Lazada at 275 pesos. Then, continuing our training series, join us on July 31, 4 p.m. for the Ministry Training Program, Children's Ministry 101. Get to listen to Larissa Dulay, Joy Irong, and Brian Anastasio talk about the biblical foundations and basics of children's ministry. This is a free webinar, so feel free to invite your friends and church leaders to attend. Lastly, help us provide better learning sessions by answering the survey link you can see on the screen. All right, so magsimula na po tayo. Sabi nga, sakto na nga lang, kinulang pa. Parents would go an extra mile to provide for their families, especially as we're now more than 1 year into the pandemic. In fact, many have learned to do side hustles to earn a little extra. Sakto talaga, since our conversation today is on how families can make ends meet. So join us now for a free roundtable discussion on how families can make ends meet with children's book author Joshene Bersales and award-winning artist Domz Agsaway. Joining us too is Iris C. Mendoza, who will share practical tips on how parents can properly manage their budgets. So if you have questions for our speakers, please comment your questions on the comment box below. All right, so as I call on Joshene and Domz and Iris, let me introduce each of them properly. Joshene Bersales has a BA degree in English Literature from the Ateneo de Manila University. She is a writer and editor of children's books. Her first children's book, Bianca's Big Secret, was published in 2018. She also writes plays. Joshene likes cats and all kinds of tea. Although I don't know what's the connection of the two, but she likes both of those. Dominic or Domz Agsaway. Is it Agsaway or Agsaway? Tell me later, Domz, kung anong pronunciation ng apelyido mo. Is a freelance illustrator and a graduate of the University of Santo Tomas. He has received the 2013 Grand Prize from the Philippine Board on Books for Young People, Alcala Prize, and the National Children's Book Awards Best Reads. Domz is a member of Ang Inc. or Ilustrador ng Kabataan. In his childhood, he often looked for colorful bugs, caterpillars, and spiders. Grabe, no? Boy na boy talaga. And Iris Mendoza is a mother of 3 kids, a marketing professional, and a businesswoman. She built her 18-year career in the field of marketing and business development with different multinational brands. So when the pandemic hit, her industry took a hard hit that the company she was employed in had to downsize. By God's grace, today she handles 3 startup businesses. One is an architectural firm called Archistructura. Another one is a distributor of milk tea and soft-serve raw materials called Foodly Solutions. And the recent one is a restart of a 40-year meat retailing family business called Mom's Homemade Meat. All these she's doing while homeschooling 3 kids aged 14, 4, and 3. Grabe, no? Super mom, si Iris. Alright, so simulan na po natin ang kwentuhan natin. But first, Domz, pakipronounce mo nga ang iyong apelido para hindi ako nagkakamali.
Agsaway.
Agsaway.
Yeah.
Agsaway. So si Domz Agsaway. O sige, so first tatanungin ko muna si Joshene at si Domz. Sa pamilya nyo, as you were growing up, paano kayo, or kayong mga kapatid nyo, no? Unang-una, ilang kayong magkakapatid, tapos paano kayo tumulong sa mga parents nyo na magtipid or to make ends meet? Yan. So, simulan natin siguro si Joshene.
Sige po. Tatlo kami magkakapatid. We're all girls. Paano ba kami nakatulong? Hindi kami sinanay ng parents namin na magturo. Like kapag pupunta kami sa mall or mamamasyal kami, hindi kami nasanay na kapag may gusto kami, ituturo namin siya. Tapos pag hindi namin siya nakuha, magta-tantrum kami. So, na-discipline kami in that way. At the same time, lumaki kami na paminsan-minsan nakakatanggap kami ng hand-me-downs. So, hindi namin naisip na nakakahiya ito. Parang it's just a natural part of growing up. Minsan may magbibigay na yung mga kamag-anak from the States or yung mga pinaglumaan ng mga friends yung mga anak ng friends ng mom ko na maganda pa naman pero hindi nakasya sa kanila kasi nga lumaki na sila. So yun. So I think nakatulong yun na nakatipid kami kasi hindi namin kailangan bumili ng maraming damit. And at the same time, yun nga, na impress amin yung na hindi namin kailangan mahiya na hindi laging bago yung gamit namin.
Yeah. So, naka-experience ka na, Joshene, magsuot ng makapal na sweater kasi galing sa States.
Hindi naman po ganong level. Pero yung mga damit na hindi mo normally na bibilin for yourself. Pero biglang, syempre pag bata ka, wala ka naman masyadong decision kung ano susuotin mo. Pero pag inisip mo ngayon na malaki ka na, parang hindi ko susuotin yan kung ako yung mamimili sa mall. Ganon. Pero since bigay siya, you just wear it and then you learn to appreciate what you get.
Si Domz, ilang kayo magkakapatid, Domz? Tsaka pang ilan ka?
Apat kami. Tapos, pangalawa ako, middle child ako actually. Tapos isang girl. So, tatlo kaming boys, tapos isang girl. Pero kami, as magkakaiba kami ng ages eh. Halos malaki rin yung gap. At tinuruan kami nung nanay at tatay ko to help in the business rin. Tsaka imbis na mag-hire sila ng additional help, magbibilad ng palay, magsusuga ng kambing.
Sa probinsya.
Sa probinsya. So, meron kaming help, pero kami rin, instead na mag-hire ng another assistant or something like that, kami na gumagawa. So, hindi na kailangan ng nakakatipid pa yung nanay at tatay ko na, hindi na kami magbabayad ng additional na help.
Free labor, no?
Free labor.
Hindi naman child labor yan, no?
Pero at least may natutunan kami. Yun yung important. May natutunan rin kami about yun. Kasi love rin naman namin mga animals. Planting.
Kaya pala, Domz, marami kang mga artwork, mga cute na animals. Pwede nang galing yun.
Saya ako with animals.
Kaya pala yung Sakto Lang spiders. Kasi mahilig ka mangolekta ng spiders nung bata. At connect talaga yung influence.
Pero bawal na yun ngayon.
Bawal na nga.
Okay, siguro tatanong ko to kay Mommy Iris kasi I'm sure hindi to alam ni Joshene and Domz. So let's go to this question, which is very practical. Sabi niya, paano po bang magbabudget para sa ulam or sa pagkain sa pamilya, Mommy Iris? Ilan ang anak mo, Mommy Iris?
Tatlong 3 kids. So, isang 14, isang 4 years old, at saka isang 3 years old. Diba? Multi-generational. So, we are 5 in the family. And believe it or not, talagang hindi naman ako nagsimula talaga na marunong ako mag-budget, sa totoo lang. As in, when I was single, hindi yan ang aking practice. So, kumbaga, isang thing to be learned is that you can actually learn to budget. Pwede mo siyang matutunan. So, kung hindi ka magaling nun nung single ka, pwede ka magsimula habang single ka. Kung may pamilya ka na, di ka pa rin magaling, meron pa rin room to grow. So, kumbaga, it's a learned thing eh. Hindi siya talagang something that you really master. Yung magmula ka ng single, tapos married ka na, para automatically ma-acquire mo yung skill na yun. Hindi pala siya ganun. So ako, kahit na maganda yung role model ko pagdating sa budgeting, mommy ko kasi ang nag-handle ng money sa amin noon, maganda yung naibakita niya sa akin na example, pero hindi ko pala siya ganoon talaga na-acquire totally. So, iba-iba pala yon per family. It depends on your lifestyle. It depends on your needs. It depends on your wants, diba? Or your goals as a family. So, doon ka gagawa ng budget. So, ako, ang ginagawa namin is percentage. Naka-percentage siya. So, anong income namin, kunyari, may income kami for the month, ginagawa ko automatic yon kasi kami, ang practice namin is we give a percentage of our income to the church. So, nagtatides kami, automatic yun, kaldas na yun. The rest, the remaining of the money that we have, savings, naglalagay talaga ako dyan. Meron nga sinatawag na 80-20, tama ba? 80-10-20, something like that na rule. I forget what it's called. Pero gano'n. So, nagtatabi ako ng percentage para sa savings. Tapos, nagtatabi ako ng percentage para sa mga daily expenses namin. So, syempre, nakakompute na yun. Ano ba yung mabayaran for the month? Mga telephone bills, kuryente, tubig. And then, actually, nauuna yon yung mga bills. And then, kung ano yung natira, doon ko siya ibinabudget para sa pagkain. So basically, kung ano yung matira, kailangan tipirin. Kailangan ma-stretch yun for the rest of the, let's say, for the rest of the 2 weeks, di ba? Kasi minsan 15-30, twice a month ang sweldo. Iba naman, once a month lang. So kailangan mapag-abot ko siya. O kaya, ang isang pinakamadaling solusyon dyan, punta ako kay mami, hingi ako anong ulam. Joke lang. Biro lang yun.
Pwede rin naman, di ba?
Ano lang, makakatipid, di ba? Kapag may handaan, dala ka ng lalagyan. Joke lang. Ayun. So, gano'n siya, percentage siya ginagawa. But depende siya sa lifestyle ng family. So, you really have to know ano yung goal mo, ano yung goal nyo as a family, ano ba yung, kunyari, pinag-iipunan nyo ba yung books, right? So, minsan, importante yan sa education ng mga bata. May percentage talaga yan sa budget. Kaya, travel, di ba? Or kahit yung mga gala-gala, ganyan. Ngayon, syempre, medyo limited. Pero, yan, again, depende siya kung ano yung ginugol nyo as a family.
Ano yun? Bali dun sa, let's say dun sa percentage, ganong kalaking percentage ang napupunta sa pagkain?
Sa pagkain, grocery kasi tsaka pagkain ano na siya kumbaga combined na siya. Siguro mga around 10-15%, ganun. Well, depende rin kasi talaga yun sa kung magkano yung income mo So, ayun. So, sa amin, at this point, mga 10-15%, ganyan. Or actually, hindi. Siguro mga 20%, ganun. Kasi kasama yung groceries, ganyan. Ayun.
Kaya siguro mga Pilipino, makanin tayo. Kasi matipid yun no?
Totoo.
Diba?
Na, pwede na.
Oo, pwedeng kamatis lang tsaka kanin. Alala ko nung bata ako, kamatis at kanin yon. Masarap yun, di ba? Yun, so ganun. Oo. Ito, tatanong ko to kay Joshene kasi na-mention niya kanina yung hand-me-down. So, paano mo daw tuturuan ng mga bata na okay lang magsuot ng hand-me-down?
Well, ayun nga po. Siguro from the start pa lang, you have to tell them upfront or be honest with them na etong mga damit na to, they're not new, somebody wore them before, but they're still good. Like, magagamit mo pa rin siya. So, papasok na rin dito yung pagtuturo nyo sa kanila on how to be environment friendly kasi nakakatulong ka rin sa pagbawas ng carbon footprint nyo kasi mas onti yung binibili nyo. Tapos, nakakatipid kayo kasi hindi nyo kailangan bumili ng bagong damit every month or every 6 months. So, I think kapag na-explain po ng maayos yon sa mga bata, mas matututunan nilang ma-appreciate and hindi sila mahihiya to wear old clothes or hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
Ganun yung nangyari sa akin. Like, hindi ko, minsan nabibigyan ako ng shoes na pagliitan na ng some other kid. Tapos hindi ko naisip na nakakahiya na kailangan kong suotin to. Ang naisip ko lang na, nakatipid kami na I don't have to buy shoes for another school year.
Yeah, oo, yeah. Actually, may advantage na tayong mga Pinoy kasi wala tayong 4 seasons. So, hindi natin kailangan ng winter clothes, summer, spring, and fall, di ba? Sa atin, lang, all throughout, dry or wet, ganun, di ba? So, advantage sa atin yun. Si Domz, artist to si Domz may nagtanong sa mga, natin, viewers. Sabi niya, ano po marirecommend nyo na essential pero mura na art supplies ng mga bata? At saan po ito mabibili? Uy, pati kung saan, tinatanong Domz.
Ala. For art supplies kasi it's really quality, not how cheap the product is eh. Kasi practical reasons, meron mga brands na sobrang cheap pero after a while naman, madaling mabali, hindi nagustuhan ng bata yung kulay kasi it's about creativity and enjoying what you are doing. Pag lumabas na na hindi maganda yung naging artwork, parang ay gusto ko ganitong brand, kasi mas matibay siya. Minsan yung bata na nagre-recommend. Pero may mga quality naman sa mainstream na mabibili naman sa mga leading bookstores. Sakura, Frank, Faber-Castell, mga ganun na easily accessible. Pero maganda pag sale nung yun. So, tatimingan mo lang talaga. Tapos,
sayang, dapat pala kinuha natin ng sponsor yung minention ni Domz.
Pero, maganda rin kung titignan rin yung mga reviews. Kuwari, magsha-shop ka rin online, tignan mo rin yung reviews kung pasok ba sa budget mo, pasok ba sa quality na hinahanap mo. And then, mayroon akong sikreto pala. Bumibili rin ako sa ukay ng hindi yung mga crayons or yung mga paint. Kasi bumibili ko ng brushes, rulers, triangle sa ukay. Usually yung mga Japanese surplus shops. Nakakakita ako ng ganun. Pero syempre i-sterilize mo muna.
Oo.
Bago mo gamitin. Kasi hindi naman sila mga sila hard products, mga dry products. So, pwede mo silang ulit-ulitin, pwede mo silang gamitin. And then for kids, crayons, watercolors, color pencils, pwede siyang i-share ng mga bata.
Yeah.
Kasi matibay naman eh. Kung matibay yung mabibili mo na materials, pwede nyo within the family, ma-share nyo. Tignan nyo sa school, di ba?
Oo. At saka Domz, di ba yung Crayola, brand naman yun? Yung Crayola.
Brand rin siya, oo.
Oo,
okay siya for little toddlers rin. Matibay rin naman.
Ay, oo nga pala. Kung meron po kayong mga questions to our viewers, lang po, i-type nyo yung questions nyo dun sa comments section natin. Yon. Sige. Ito, mukhang may challenge yung nagtanong nito. Sabi niya, nung bago po mag-pandemic, na-experience ko dati na nagwala kay Mami Iris to, nagwala sa mall at iyak ng iyak ang 4-year-old ko dahil di ko binili ang gusto niyang toy. Pinagtitinginan na kami ng mga tao sa mall. Nakakahiya. Paano po maiiwasan yon? Yan.
Every parent's nightmare yata yun,
Oo.
Yung magwala yung anak mo sa public place, grabe. Well, thankfully, hindi pa naman siya nangyari sa akin. Kasi meron akong, may technique ako. So, doon sa first 2 kids ko, kasi yung pangatlo, hindi na nakaranas lumabas kasi nabutan na ng pandemic. Yung first 2 kids, nakakalabas pa. So, every time nalalabas kami, binibrief ko na sila. Ang sasabi ko, lalabas tayo, punta tayo ng mall, pero hindi tayo bibili ng kahit ano. Papasyal lang tayo, we're gonna look lang, we're going to look around, and then we're going to say goodbye to the toys. Ganun. So, lagi ko silang binibrief yan. So, okay naman sila. So, sobrang okay, mami, ganyan. Kasi excited sila lumabas. Mas gusto nilang lumabas kesa sa bumili naman talaga. Parents lang naman usually nagsasabi na, sige, bili tayo nito. Sige, bili tayo ng ganyan. Minsan, gano'n yung nangyayari. So, pagdating namin sa mall, sasabihin ko, ulitin ko ulit, we're going to look only, we're not going to buy anything. Mommy has no money. Sasabihin ko na, mommy has no money, we cannot buy anything. Tapos gano'n na, tapos hindi lalaro-laro, titingin-tingin. Tapos kapag gusto ko nang umalis kami, sabihin ko sa kanya, say bye-bye na to the toys, say bye-bye to the Barbie, or say bye-bye to the car, ganyan. Tapos, bye-bye sila dun sa toy. Tapos wala na, very peacefully lalabas na kami. So, actually, it has really worked for me very well. So, yun yung technique ko.
Oo nga, no? Tama, no? Lalo na kung napanood nila yung Toy Story. So, may isip nila, uy, nagsasalita talaga yung toys. Magbababay talaga yan. Pero totoo yan, no? We can talk to our kids naman ng maayos, no? Anyway, mag-break muna po tayo. So, we'll have a quick break. And so, let's watch this video habang nagpapahinga ang ating mga guests.
Hello everyone! I'm Joshene Bersales and I would like to invite all of you to buy copies of my book, Sakto Lang. This book is illustrated by Domz Agsaway and it shows how children are capable of being generous and making choices for themselves. Sakto Lang is available in all OMF Lit bookshops, shop.omflit.com, and at the OMF Lit Shopee and Lazada flagship stores.
Wow! Ang ganda naman ng commercial model natin. Bagay pala sa'yo walang salamin, Joshene.
Para po, mas younger looking daw pag walang salamin.
Alright, so I hope nakainom kayo ng konting tubig, nakapagpahinga dahil meron pa tayong mga questions dito. Yan. Ito, pwede mo rin naman itong sagutin, Joshene and Domz, kahit wala pa kayong anak eh. Para tatlong opinion siguro. Should I still give my children baon kahit nasa bahay lang sila dahil online learning? Kasi may ibang mga bata humihingi ng baon, di ba?
May kapalit. Pwede, pero may kapalit. Chores.
So, that's a good one.
Yeah, yung eldest po namin, meron siyang listahan ng chores at saka yung katumbas na amount of money that we will pay para gawin yun. So, bawat hugas ng plato, 25 pesos. Yung ganun. Tapos, bawat, kunyari, linisin niya yung kwarto niya, ganitong amount. Pag nilinis niya yung banyo, malaking amount yun. So, yan ang kanyang ipon. So, actually, nakaipon siya. Mas magaling siya mag-ipon. Nakakabili siya ng gusto niya. Kasi, medyo artist din yan eh. Domz. So, sabihin ko sa kanya na, yan, yung mga bibili niya mga stuff, nakakabili siya talaga ng mga things that she really likes. Pinag-ipunan niya yun because of that. So, sa amin, yun, ganun ang aming practice sa bahay. So, we don't just give anything, parang baon. Pag summer, yun nga, especially kasi dahil nasa bahay, dahil meron silang responsibility din sa bahay.
Naalala ko may kinikwenta ka sa akin kanina, Domz, yung ano yun? Parang nagbenta ka ng, anong binenta mo ng bata
Ice candy. Saka 45 days na manok.
45 days na manok? Ano yun?
Yeah, yun yung tawag dun sa manok na yung mga white na chicken, na i-release mo lang sila for meat. So, ang ginawa ko noon, nung bata ako, to buy something, yun yung ginagawa ko, ko ng ice candy, on my own, tapos 45 days, pinalaki namin, kami nung kapatid ko, tsaka nung pinsan ko, then hati-hati kami dun sa and then, I bought yung mga goods or yung mga toys na gusto ko through that. So yun, parang, may baon na ako from my mom and dad. Tapos, naka-raise naman ako ng something on my own.
Ikaw, Joshene, meron ka bang binenta nung bata ka?
Wala. Hindi ako masyadong, shy type ako eh. So, hindi ako masyadong nagbebenta. Pero to answer the question, yes. Ako po wala pa akong anak, pero I think it's a good thing to still give baon to kids kahit na hindi sila hindi sila pumupunta sa school, like physical school. Kasi maganda rin po siyang training on how to be financially independent, and at the same time kung paano niya iba-budget yung pera niya. And then it's also a good lesson on tithing. Like, so halimbawa, pag binigyan mo siya ng certain amount for this week, matutulungan yung kids na magtabi for church, and then for themselves, and then kung ano pa yung other things na pwede nilang paggastusan. Ayun. Pero yun nga, sabi nga ni Iris, better syempre na merong like kapalit. Like, hindi lang pwedeng tanggap ng pera. Of course, you have to like do something to earn your baon.
Yeah. Parang may spoil mo na, no?
Oo,
parang may spoil mo yung kung nagbibigay ka lang ng baon out of nowhere or
walang kapalit.
Oo.
So, it actually teaches the kids responsibility as well. Yun.
Yeah.
So, I will do chores, but I'm not, gagawin ko to. Of course, dahil responsibility nito sa bahay. Pero merong little bonus at the end.
Yeah,
para mas ganahan siya na to do chores.
Parang may reward, oo. May babasahin lang akong comment from Robert Alejandro. Hi, Robert! He's watching. Sabi niya, when we were growing up, we hardly had toys. What we had were paper and pens, and sometimes we could make clay figures together with the whole family. This became the foundation of our family business. O diba? Kaya pala ang ganda-ganda nung pwede ko bang i-mention? Mention ko na rin, Pata na Roti, my favorite store. Malapit akong bahay ko dyan. Kasi bata pa si Robert, nagpa-practice na siya nung kanilang products, diba? Thank you, Robert, for watching. Meron pang isang question dito from another artist. Wow, ang dami niyong fans na artist na Domz. From Ivan Reverente. Sabi niya, noong mga bata pa kayo, ano ang naramdaman nyo sa panahon na gipit ang family nyo at paano nyo to hinandle? Paano nyo nag-grasp ang concept ng kakulangan? Wow, ang bigat ng tanong ni Ivan. Yan. Sinong gustong sumagot?
Intense. Anong bata? Up to like high school, ganon?
Siguro high school, oo. Kasi elementary to high school.
Sige, ikaw muna, Domz.
Ako, adult life ko na na-experience yan kasi may kaya naman yung parents ko na provide naman lahat. Pero nung adult na ako, nabuhay ako as single, nandun ako sa Pampanga mag-isa. So, ang ginagawa ko minsan, yun nga, nagtitipid ako sa ulam. Meron akong budget for food, yung katulad nga nung sinabi ni Miss Iris. Parang dinivide mo na, nilista mo na yung mga kailangan mo for that day. Ganun. Tapos, pinili ko yung choice ko na go for healthy food kasi mas mura. Like chicken breast. Pupunta ako sa food section, sa meat section na instead na doon sa may breast mismo, doon mismo ako sa may recado or doon sa may adobo na mayroon ako nakikitang breast parts. So, mas nakakatipid ako doon.
Okay.
Sabi ko yung isang tip. So, advice yun na.
So, pag nakita ka nag-ahalukay sa mga parts ng dyan.
Ako yun.
Si Domz yun.
Ayan, it's about budgeting na talaga.
Ako, siguro more of college years. Kasi, nung grade school ako, well-to-do yung family ko. And then when nag-move ako sa high school, although nagbago na yung family situation kasi nagkasakit yung dad ko, so nag-pile up yung debt. Hindi ko pa rin masyadong naramdaman na gipit yung family. Naramdaman ko yun nung nag-college ako kasi ayun, nabanggit kanina na sa Ateneo ako nag-school. And pumasok ako doon as a scholar. So, nakita ko agad yung difference between my financial situation compared to my batchmates, yung ibang mga ano. So, doon ako natutong talaga, naging mas tipid ako. Hindi ako masyadong, yung baon ko, talagang tinatabi ko na agad yung para sa pamasahe ko pa uwi. Tapos, yung pinakamurang food na pwede kong bilhin, usually ganun yung binibili ko para meron pa rin akong pambili ng other requirements or meron akong pambayad for photocopying or meron akong libro na kailangan bilhin. Ayun. So, mas natuto ako na mag-budget. As much as possible, hindi na ako humihingi ng extra allowance from my mom kung kaya ko naman siyang pag-ipunan.
Yeah. Si Iris.
For me, ako kasi, yung nung lumalaki kami, nung bata pa kami, hindi naman hindi sa kapos, hindi din naman kami mayaman noon. Pagkasakto lang, diba? Saktang-sakto lang yun sa libro. Sakto lang talaga. Kasi 3 kami magkakapatid pa. Tapos nag-aaral kami lahat sa private school. So kumbaga talagang doon ko nakita how yung parents ko talaga, how they really managed to budget enough para lang mapadala kami sa mga magagandang schools. Tapos kapag may mga times na naalala ko talaga nung bata ako, pag may mga times na nagkukulang talaga ng budget, our parents would sit us down, sabihin nila, mga anak, medyo kulang tayo ngayon, medyo kapos tayo ngayon, so medyo magtitipid tayo. Naalala ko yun na sinasabi sa amin ng dad namin. So kami naman, ako batang-bata pa ako noon, hindi ko rin naman talaga maintindihan anong gagawin ko as a child, ano gagawin ko. So wala, di tuloy lang din yung buhay. Aral lang din ulit, keep going, study harder kayo. Actually, yung pinapaalala nila, mag-aral kayong mabuti kasi yan lang yung maibibigay namin sa inyo. Yun lang. So talagang aral lang. Tapos hindi naman din kami sinanay na, yun nga, na marami or yung mga wants ay laging naibibigay, paminsan lang. So I guess it's a good mindset to have as a child na ipapa-feel natin sa kanila na we're all in this together. Kasama natin magkakasama tayo, magtitipid tayong lahat. Hindi yung kami lang, magulang lang magtitipid. Sa inyo lahat ng bigay lahat. Ganun. So I think appreciate ko actually.
Well, ang laki talaga ng role ng parents, unang-una siguro, yung to shield din siguro yung mga bata, parang hindi naman mapapunta sa kanila yung lahat ng burden ng kahirapan, parang to make them aware, but to protect them also, importante din yun, Tsaka yung kinakausap ang mga anak, Mami Iris, nakikinig na mabuti si Domz, so nagte-take siya ng notes kasi pag nagkaanak na siya.
Ayos yan, Domz.
May question dito, sabi niya, yung pandemic, naging coping mechanism ko na ang mag-online shopping. Ako, hindi ka nag-iisa. How do I stop spending so much? Yan.
The part.
Ako po, meron akong dyan. May technique ako dyan.
Yeah.
When I find myself checking Shopee or Lazada, tapos may nakita akong item na parang gusto ko, ina-add to cart ko siya. Pero hindi ko siya chine-check out. I sleep on it. And then binabalikan ko siya after a few days. Tapos after nun, nawala na yung biglaang urge mo to buy. Mapag-iisipan mo na siya. Do I really need this or like spur of the moment lang na gusto ko siyang bilhin? So most of the time, tinatanggal ko na lang siya sa cart ko after. So nakakatipid ako. So ang binibili ko lang talaga is yung alam ko na magagamit ko for the long term. Pero usually kapag gusto ko lang to dahil cute siya or nagustuhan ko lang siya dahil nakita ko siya sa feed ko, hindi ko siya binibili.
Actually,
sige, Domz.
Actually, yung idle time, yun yung nakakapag-ano sa'yo para mag-browse ng app Yung pag wala kang ginagawa. So, ako kasi ang ginagawa ko rin, tina-turn off ko yung notification ng mga apps na yan, ng mga shopping apps. I don't usually browse. Tapos, minsan ang ginagawa ko, kunwari, kung may kailangan lang ako, may essentials or mayroon akong bibili like books or something, ginagawa ko, pagdating ko dun sa app, hindi ako nag-scroll down. Kasi pag nag-scroll down ka, there are lots of other items na gusto mong i-add sa cart. So, mas okay na hindi ka mag-scroll down. Just proceed kung ano yung gusto mo talaga.
Tama. Oo nga. Tama. Okay. Tama yun. Ito para kay Mami Iris. How do you introduce the concept of money to kids? Tapos related question is, what financial literacy tips for children can you share? So, how do you introduce the concept of money?
To be
and
honest,
what financial
hindi ako
literacy?
expert pa talaga sa hindi pa ako expert talaga sa area na yan, no? Kasi nag-umpisa pa lang kami. But for our eldest, that's how we introduced it. Yun nga, yung pag-aalawan sa kanya, pagbibigay ng, yun nga, ng reward or at least ng parasweldo, pagka gumawa siya ng chores. So that's how we do that. Basahin ko yung sinabi si Robert Alejandro, teach them to work. Yes, agree ako dyan. Teach them to work. So, correct. Whenever my daughter would say na, ay, gusto ko mami nang bumili ng ganito, kasi ko, di pag-ipunan mo, hindi ko ibibigay sa'yo kasi wala rin akong pera. Hindi, wala akong extra pera ibibigay sa'yo. Or I really just want you to learn the value of, yun nga, pag pinag-ipunan mo kasi, pag pinagtrabahuhan mo, ang ganda nung, di ba, yung feeling of reward sa bata kasi malaking bagay yon. Kung sa ating ang adults, ang sarap ng feeling, nabili mo yung gusto mo because you work for it, lalo sa bata. Parang they really grasp that concept very, very well. Tapos, give a bank teacher save. So yes, may savings din sila. And also, yun nga, also not to, I guess not to treat money like it's something that it's just there. Alam mo yun na parang, mami, bili mo ako ganito. Mami, gusto ko nito. Bili tayo ng ganyan. Parang, ikaw naman, mami, gusto mo ibigay lahat ng gusto mo, ng anak mo, maawa ka or ganyan. Oo, ka na lang. Hindi. I really just say no. Sasabihin sa kanila, I don't have money. I don't have money to buy it. Or, mommy has to work first. Kanyari, aalis ako. Sabihin ko, mommy has to work. But why does mommy have to work? Kasi I have to earn money kasi we can buy food or we can buy toys or we can buy ganyan. So, in-explain ko yun sa kanila na ganun. And of course, yun nga, may mga books kasi din na magaganda to teach them yung concept na yun. Yun.
Tulad ng Sakto Lang, di ba?
Yes.
Right. Right. Yeah, tulad ng librong yan. Sabi ni Robert, give them a bank. Related yung question dito Is it still advisable to open a bank account for children at this time?
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely.
Pero ngayon kasi online banking na no?
Pero yes, definitely. My daughter actually has may GCash siya. May GCash account siya. Meron din siyang savings account. So yung GCash niya, yun nga, kapag nakaipon siya, sabihin niya, mami, pa-transfer ng money sa GCash. May ipon kasi siya na pera sa akin. Bibilin ko yung ganito. Sige, transfer ko siya. Sa kanya nabibili yung gusto niya. So ganun. It's very, very controlled kasi. So it's just there and they know na, uy, may ipon ako. Uy, meron akong pera. Ganyan.
Naisip ko lang how about yung idea na yung ngayon ko lang naisip actually, how about yung idea na let's say nag-save yung anak mo ng let's say nakasave siya ng 100 pesos pero bago siya mag-save, binigyan mo siya ng incentive na whatever you save, tatapatan ko. What do you think of that idea? As a parent. Siyempre, naman yun. May time-limit naman yun. Whatever you save for this month, siyempre, hindi man yung makakasave ng 5,000, di ba? Let's say, 50 pesos, tatapatan ko ng another 50 pesos.
Parang
what do you think of that idea?
Ang easy money I wouldn't. I guess ako, as a parent, I wouldn't. Kasi nga, easy money yan for them. Okay. Siguro, dagdagan mo yung gagawin mo. Sige, linisin mo yung banyo. Linisin mo yung kwarto mo. Ganun na
so
lang.
Earn your, Ito siguro masasagutan ni Domz at ni Joshene kasi meron silang mga kapatid Paano maiiwasan ang inggitan ng mga magkakapatid? Yan. Lalo na si Joshene, panganay yan. Si Domz, pangalawa din naman si Domz. So paano yun? Anong ginawa nyo? What did you learn sa pag-iinggitan yung magkakapatid at paano yun maiiwasan sa palagay nyo? If you were a parent.
Kami po kasi hindi kami lumaki na, wala akong naaalala na like yung major instance na nagkaroon ng inggitan between us sisters. I think, yun nga, kasi maganda yung upbringing namin, maganda yung pagpapalaki sa amin ng parents namin. So yung core values about being generous, about loving each other, bata pa lang kami, na ituro na yon. So as we're growing up, meron pa rin mga little things, hindi naman may iwasan yun na mas malaki yung nakuha niyang tinapay. Ganon. Or mas cute yung laruan na natanggap niya. Parang ganon. Meron pa rin maliit na mga ganong instances, pero nothing major na talagang pag-aawayan namin. So, I think, yun, yung ginawa ng parents namin na pinakita nila sa amin na we are all loved. Each of us is valuable to them. Tapos, as much as possible, yung time na binibigay nila sa amin is equal lang. Yun. So, hindi namin masyadong, for me hindi namin masyadong naramdaman yung maiinggit kami dun sa kapatid namin because they're, mas nakakalamang sila sa amin. So, I think yun very important yung role ng parents to make your children feel loved and valuable and pantay-pantay yung pagturing mo sa kanila.
Yeah.
Important nga talaga na yung parents may role din sa yung about yung gano'n, yung between sa mga sa magkakapatid. Sa experience ko naman, little things lang rin pero may isang major na yung kapatid ko yung sumunod sa akin. Kasi I'm studying in a private school. Tapos, etong kapatid kong isa, he's studying at a public school na malapit sa amin. Ngayon, yung parents ko, hindi naman in-intend talaga na ganun. Kasi my mom wants, yung kapatid ko, na ma-experience niya yung school na pinanggalingan niya. So, that's it. It's not about, kung kasi favorite namin siya yung pinadala sa private school, ikaw yung sa public. Mas siya, yung kapatid ko kasi na yun, mas siya dito sa may namin, sa town namin. Kaya siya yung pinili doon. So mas, paano ba? Para sa akin, yung in-explain ng nanay at tatay ko ng mabuti. So important talaga na kausapin mo yung walang lalabas na may favorite, walang lalabas na may ini-spoil ka or something like that.
Yeah.
Basta nasa pa rin ng pagpapalaki talaga ng parents on how you will handle all things.
Yeah. Ito isang last two questions na lang tayo, no. Ito isang timely question talaga. Sabi niya, kasi dami-daming mga sales ngayon, di ba? 7.7, 7.7, 6.6, lahat, no? So how do I know na naka-sale talaga ako pag bumili ako sa mga sale? Mami Iris. Lalo na, marketing ka ba dati?
Yes.
Kasi marketing, trabaho nila talaga yan, na bumili ka ng bumili, di ba?
Totoo.
So how do you know as
Siyempre,
a customer?
Well, mahirap yung tanong na yan. Paano nga ba, no? Mahirap nga siyang sagutin. Hindi. Well, definitely kasi, no? Well, I think it's an unspoken strategy for some items siguro sa Shopee, sa Lazada. Ang ginagawa is they really put the price na medyo mataas, and then pag naka-slash off na siya, automatic, ibig sabihin, parang siya naka-sale. Ako kasi hindi ko tinitingnan yung original price eh. Tinitingnan ko na yung end price eh. Kasi inisip ko, yun na yun eh. Actually, ito na yung value niya talaga eh. So, nakakatipid ako kapag, let's say, meron pang additional discount or additional coupon. At saka kapag, pagka may bundle, discount, ganun, naka-package na siya. Ayun. So, ayan.
No.
Ayan.
Yeah.
So, naka-bundle siya na discount, as I said. So, I guess ganun. At saka kapag kailangan mo siya talaga eh, Hindi mo siya nabibili at a regular price. Kailangan mo siya talaga. Then I guess it's a good deal na rin.
Yeah, oo. Yeah.
Basta alam
Ito,
mo
ma'am.
yung retail
Yes,
price
Domz.
mo. Basta alam mo yung retail price talaga. Tinatandaan mo talaga yun. Ako minsan meron rin akong ano tawag dito. Sina-search, may dala akong yung phone ko, yung smartphone. Lagi akong nagbrowse dun sa kung kino-compare ko yung prices before. And then pag tinignan ko, mukhang makakatipid ako dito. I know this is on sale. So, malaking tulong talaga na you have something to research on.
Oo. Kasi merong iba talagang bagsak presyo no?
Oo.
Lalo na yung mga warehouse sale, o yung magsasara na, yung store, yung mga ganon, Kay Mami Iris, well, pwede rin naman to kay Domz at kay Joshene, dahil pwede na rin naman kayo mag-asawa at magkaanak. No? How can we teach our children to be generous? Yan yung last question natin. How can we teach our children to be generous?
Ako, isa lang, one tip lang. Model it to them. Show it to them that you're also generous. Yun lang. Ako, natutunan ko yun sa mom ko when they're generous. Tutunan ko yun, to be honest, sa asawa ko. Hindi ako generous talaga to begin with. But my husband, he's generous. So, nakukuha ko yun. So, we want to teach our kids to be generous. Let's be generous.
Yeah. Modeling. That's true. Yeah.
Ako po, teach the kids the importance or the value of tithing. Kasi, for me, personally, ganun yung nangyari because alam ko na yung perang nakukuha ko, it's a gift. Parang it's a gift. If it's a gift from God, it's not really mine. So, tapos natutunan ko na ibalik yung percentage nito sa Lord as a way of thanking Him. Mas naging hindi ako mahigpit sa hawak ng pera ko or anything I have. Mas open ako na magbigay din sa ibang tao. Yun. So I think nakatulong sa akin yung natutunan ko kung paano mag-tithes.
Maganda yun, no? Yung thinking that everything comes from God, no? Hindi naman sa atin. Yes. Thank you, Joshene. Si Domz, may dadagdag ka, Domz?
Best way kasi to apply yung yung teachings na maging generous sa kids. Lalo na yung mga may extra blessings, may nakuhang extra. Mas maganda siguro isama yung mga kids sa mga outreach programs where they can have fun, involved sa activities. Tapos after ng activities, praise niyo yung kids na, you have done a great job. Nakita mo ba? Nakangiti sila using, may mga extra blessings tayo, inan natin sa kanila. Ma-appreciate rin nila, ganito pala maging generous.
That's true. Yeah, tama, no? Yeah. So it's really up to us, no, adults, no, to teach our children. All right. So maraming salamat to our special guests and very wise people. Si Joshene, si Domz, and si Iris. Thank you for joining us sa pag-uusap natin ng making ends meet. No? It's a very relatable family issue na kailangan talagang pag-usapan. Meron ba kayong last reminder or word of encouragement sa ating viewers? We'll start with Mommy Iris and then Domz and Joshene.
I'll end with yung sinabi ko nung umpisa kanina. If you're not yet good at budgeting, there's always room to learn, room to grow. So it's something that you can learn. It's something you can read up on. It's something that you can learn together with your kids as well.
Thank you. Domz?
Ulitin ko na uli yung kay Mami Iris. It's about learning and growing. So yun talaga, learning and growing.
Yeah, it's a life skill, no? Yeah.
A life skill.
Keep learning. Yeah. And Joshene?
Ako po, family budgeting, it's a collective effort. So yung responsibility, it shouldn't fall solely on sa shoulders ng parents. So for the kids, start them young. Kapag natutunan nila on how to properly budget at a young age, dadalhin nila yon hanggang sa paglaki nila.
Yes, thank you. Well, may comment si Ivan Reverente. Sino yun? Congrats guys, sakto lang. Gandang libro. Wow, thanks Ivan. Robert Alejandro, congratulations on a wonderful, beautiful book. Wow. Sino kaya yung mga yan? Ganda ng fans natin. Hello to all of you. All right. Sakto lang, our featured story for today is another Room to Read and Hiyas title. It's a picture book written in Filipino for beginning readers. The book shows how children are capable of being generous and making choices for themselves. So as part of this webinar, sabi ko nga kanina, we are giving out a special discount of 30% on Sakto Lang. So from 149, you can get Sakto Lang at a discounted price of 105 pesos. And this special discount runs from July 15 to 31 only. Avail of this discount at OMF Lit Bookshop, at shop.omflit.com, and Shopee and Lazada flagship stores. Ngayon, what makes this offer special? Meron po yung autograph ni Joshene at saka ni Domz, the author and the illustrator. The signed copies are available only at the OMF Lit Bookshop Bunny and at shop.omflit.com and at Shopee and Lazada flagship stores. So grab your copies now. Also, you can rewatch or share OMF Lit and Hiyas webinars. Just visit www.omflit.com/webinars and you'll find all the webinars that we've done through our Facebook Live. All these can be accessed for free. And if you've been blessed by the content that we provide and you'd like to help us provide more free webinars, you can donate to OMF Literature through the channels in our website. Please indicate donation for webinars so we can properly attribute the donation. This July, join Hiyas in celebrating National Children's Book Day with our reading campaign, Hiyas, your trusted reading buddy. Score big discounts on our children's books and buddy bundles. True to the goal of Hiyas to be your kid's trusted learning buddy, all the children's books of Hiyas may be used as supplementary learning materials. And don't miss the book launch of our two new titles, Lumpia Lane and I Am Scared, on July 23 at 3 p.m. for Lumpia Lane and 4 p.m. for I Am Scared. And watch out for the launch of the interactive ebook editions of Roar and May Gera sa Katawan ni Mark. And then, happening later at 5 p.m. is the online launch of OMF Lit's latest book, This Season of Grief, Stories, Poetry, Prayers, and Practical Help. Sa Facebook page natin, OMF Lit, and YouTube channel, OMF Lit. Meet our contributors as they share excerpts, practical help, insights, and their own experiences in navigating their own grief experiences. So this Season of Grief is available at OMF Lit bookshops in Luzon and at shop.omflit.com and Shopee and Lazada at $275. And then continuing our training series, join us on July 31, 4 p.m. for the ministry training program, Children's Ministry 101. Get to listen to Larissa Dulay, Joy Irong, and Brian Anastasio as they talk about the biblical foundations and basics of children's ministry. This is a free webinar, so feel free to invite your friends and your church leaders, church mates to attend. Lastly, help us provide more learning sessions for you by answering this survey, and that's the link that you see on the screen. All right, so yun lang po sa hapon na to. Friends, thank you once again for spending your afternoon, your precious afternoon with us. And this is Ina Reyes, and reminding you all, keep safe, magpa-vaccine na po tayo, stay healthy, happy weekend, and God bless you all.